Hey guys, this is Bobby again with Voltage, working through our BTCPay server series. And today we're chatting with Quinsolo, who owns Quinsolo.com, who sells a lot of awesome Bitcoin merchandise through his Lightning-enabled store. And he manages the shop for Citadel 21. He's an avid BTCPay user, so we're excited to have him chat with us a little bit today. How's it going, man?
Oh, fantastic. Thanks for having me. Thanks for everything you're doing for BTCPay.
Yeah, so to dive in, this content's really for folks who are maybe on the fence about using BTC Pay and want to learn a little bit more through some quick digestible content. Could you just share a little bit how the BTC Pay experience has been for you?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. I started this just after 2017, at the end of 2017, beginning of 2018, back when Lightning wasn't very well developed yet. So BTC Pay was one of the first things that was really plug and play, that you install it, run it, and then the Lightning node just works for you. So that's how I started my shop, just trying to get somebody the ability to buy a physical item that wasn't a sticker with Lightning. And it's just been a breeze. I've been able to just accept BTC or accept Bitcoin completely sovereign. Like that was my biggest goal. I didn't want to use something like BitPay. I didn't want to use someone else's node. I wanted to be private. I wanted to give people the option to spend with me and then know that I'm not just going to immediately sell their data or something like that, which I kind of feel like BitPay kind of did. And it's been a great experience. And also there's a bunch of apps that work in there. So I've been able to go to conferences and stuff and use their little integrated point of sale app. And it all just works off my node. It's been fantastic how it just natively works with Tor. And it also, the way I run it on Lunanode is easy to use over Clearnet. So I kind of have the best of every world. Since it's so easy, I'm able to run it on a little Raspberry Pi. So I have a backup BTC Pay at my home. If there was ever an issue, I could just immediately switch my site over. So they kind of think through everything. They're always getting nice updates. So I feel like I'm always kind of on the edge with all the updates between LNURL and the pay join stuff. It just seems like they're always working for the end user here.
Awesome. And I know you manage your BTC Pay yourself, where, at Voltage, one thing we really take pride in doing is helping people spin up BTC Pay just in 1 or 2 minutes by automating a lot of the things with our dashboard. But what are some of the challenges maybe someone new might face when it comes to BTC Pay that's, different maybe than like legacy payment rails that's worth mentioning to someone considering using this?
I'd say the biggest challenge is you do have to kind of understand how Bitcoin works, in a sense, like to use the node, especially if you're trying to use it with your own hardware wallet and things like that. You do kind of have to understand the Bitcoin workflow. Things I've seen for more of the legacy stuff is they just kind of make the user interface as easy as possible, which I think that has people lacking in their actual Bitcoin skills. So that's the biggest barrier to entry to me, is that you just kind of have to know how a node works, how a wallet works, how to sign a transaction, like especially managing your own Lightning stuff. You kind of have to understand how channel opens and whatnot. Does Voltage manage the liquidity for you guys, or how does that work?
Yeah,
Like Lightning liquidity?
users manage their own liquidity. One thing we do have available is like whenever people join right now our dashboard, the moment you log in, if you are a node runner, you can immediately get 500,000 sats of inbound. It's a feature we just added this last week. So we don't manage it, but we do make that available so people can receive payments. But in the future, we are going to be building more automation tools to help solve for that.
Yeah, I just think that's the biggest barrier right there. It's just this, again, understanding how Bitcoin works, how Lightning works. But once you get that base level knowledge, then it's pretty simple. I mean, it's easy to get up and running. There's an amazing amount of support out there for BTC Pay. They've got Telegram chats. They've got, or I guess they have their Mattermost chat. There's people on Twitter who are always willing to help out. Again, they're always pushing bug fixes and stuff. So if you do run into an issue with any weird little thing, there's always someone out there in this open source community to help you out.
Awesome. And when it comes to advantages that Bitcoin and BTC Pay has brought to the business, what would you express? Like, what has it done that you think the standard maybe legacy payment rails do not allow for business owners to do?
Well, first and foremost, it's sovereignty. I mean, you're running your own hardware. I mean, even if it's on a cloud-based system, it's still your node. It's still your keys. You can have everything sent to your own hardware wallet, which is not the case with a lot of the legacy stuff. They either hold the funds for you and send it out and batch it at the end of the day, or they hold it and send you USD. So that's the biggest thing, is it's just this unstoppable sovereignty that you can achieve with BTC Pay. Again, the additional apps that they do allow you to do, like the crowdfunding app and the point of sale app, are both fantastic resources. I've been to various conferences and in-person meetups, and I can just have this really nice and elegant point of sale app that I just click, it generates, and again sends to my own keys. It sends to my own addresses, my own hardware wallet in cold storage.
Great. Yeah, that is a really good point. Now, what have I maybe not asked that you think is worth including for someone who is not, deep maybe down the Bitcoin rabbit hole and is just a regular business owner who really needs a different type of payment solution where credit cards, bank wires, ACHs are not working for them? What would you share?
Well, you're not going to know you need an unstoppable payment system until you need it. So it's probably a good idea to just kind of knock that out and be in a situation where you can own it. I mean, we saw with the Canadian truckers, I mean, whether you agreed with them or not, they were immediately sanctioned and they couldn't receive funds. If any of them had a BTC Pay server set up or just a slight understanding of Bitcoin, they could have immediately started accepting funds, had a better donation situation. You wouldn't have had all that drama with GoFundMe. So it's kind of thinking adversarially as you do in technology. You want to make sure that you're in the best position to keep yourself successful. And yeah, you just never know what's going to happen in this world. You never know what infrastructure is going to go down. So you having some sort of system that can always accept payments, so you can indeed keep receiving funds and keep moving on in this world when you need it.
Awesome. Well, Quinsolo, we appreciate you taking some time to chat with us and share this. I believe this will be helpful for business owners and people considering Bitcoin. So, any final words though before we jump off?
No, I encourage everybody to try to get on. If you can contribute to BTC Pay, if you're that kind of talent, then it's very helpful. Check out my website, Quinsolo.com. I also manage the shop for Citadel 21, a great Bitcoin Maxi magazine. So if you're interested in reading any of that content, check it out.
Awesome. Well, thank you again. We appreciate your time.
All right. Thanks, sir.